Your Boston Celtics are back in the win column, defeating the Orlando Magic after falling to them on Friday down in Florida. They win on Sunday, 111 to 107. And we saw some pretty great performances, right? Jaylen Brown had 27. Luka Garza had 16 and 8. That was awesome to see in 17 minutes from him. Anfernee Simons poured in his first 25-point outing as a Boston Celtic, but they were down 2 points going into the fourth quarter, ended up winning the game by 4. That fourth quarter was on the heels of two players who could be really instrumental for what the Celtics want to do with their future. That was Jordan Walsh and Hugo Gonzalez. Jordan Walsh hit the biggest shot of his NBA career thus far. The Celtics were up 2. Peyton Pritchard drived. Jordan Walsh backed outside of the three-point line. He had thought the play was getting drawn up for Jaylen Brown. He thought Jaylen Brown was going to be the one that tried to take the dagger shot for Boston there, but no. Jordan Walsh got the look there in the corner and knocked it down. He said he blacked out, didn't even celebrate. He was just taking it all in. Hit the biggest shot of his Celtics career to this point. And when he's on the last legs of his NBA career, that can do wonders for a guy's confidence. And he continues to get more and more minutes here as the season goes along. We're going to talk about Hugo. We're going to talk about Jordan Walsh. If you guys love the effort that you're getting from these two guys so far this season, both on the offensive and specifically the defensive side of the ball, make it known for me down below. Hit that thumbs up icon and like today's video if you're fired up about Walsh and Hugo Gonzalez. Look, man, it's not going to jump off the page as far as their box scores go, although Jordan Walsh getting active there on the glass with 6 boards, one of them being offensive. But, man, these guys just do so much more than what shows up in the box score. They both, as a matter of fact, created hella turnovers, had 2 steals each on the night as well. But Walsh only had 6 points. Hugo only had 3 points. He did knock down the one attempt that he had from long range. The Celtics bench went nuts for it. But the way that these two guys earn their stripes is you see that Jordan Walsh is a plus 13 in 26 minutes and Hugo was a plus 19 in 13 minutes. You see that these guys get their work done without making major statistical impacts. They make plays on the defensive end. They create turnovers. They muddy things up in the paint. They stay on their opposition on the defensive end. Yeah, a really, really good duo there. Jordan Walsh had this to say about the effort that was going on all night long. He said the standard is to come in and play that hard. Try to affect the game without the ball. That's what you see. Not a lot of stats going up there from Jordan Walsh, but he's affecting the game without having to do all that. I think that's what we were all brought in to do. Jordan Walsh is on the last legs of his NBA career. He came into the league 3 years ago, 19 years old, out of Arkansas, and kind of just wanted to go out there and play ball. He didn't know what to expect. He didn't know what the expectation was of him. And now he's finally getting it with just 2, I guess technically, years left on his contract this year and next year, which is a team option. The Celtics can decide to accept or decline Jordan Walsh's spot on the roster next season for $2.4 million. And this is a guy who was getting DNPs for over a year with the Celtics here. Like, he's never really seen a substantial role in this Celtics team in the rotation for Joe Mazzulla because they've been so close to winning a championship. They haven't needed an unpolished guy like Jordan Walsh who doesn't really know his role yet and isn't really the most effective offensive player out there a lot of the time. So they didn't really need to see Jordan Walsh in a lot of instances. Now they need to with all these question marks surrounding the Celtics this year, the uncertainty on the roster. And Jordan Walsh is earning his spot. Specifically a play that I saw here, Jordan Walsh in the fourth quarter ran cross-court. He was in the opposite corner, and Wendell Carter caught the ball in the low post as he backed down Derik White and had him underneath the basket, right? 6'11 versus 6'4 in Derik White. He's going to go out there and get the bucket. Well, Jordan Walsh ran across the court and slapped the ball out of Wendell Carter's hands, creating a turnover. And then what happened for the Celtics? A transition opportunity, which led to an open three-pointer from Peyton Pritchard. It didn't go in, but guess what? Since the Orlando Magic defense was on their heels and they were getting back in transition late, Luka Garza was there, easy offensive rebound, and a putback. Also, the offensive stuff is improved by Jordan Walsh as well. You saw that they tried to run an action for him in that fourth quarter as well. He rejected it because he saw the defense kind of overplaying Derik White, was able to switch directions, got the ball in Derik White's hands. He had the defender on his back, and it resulted in an and one jump shot. So just the overall feel of the game is just leaps and bounds of where it has been over the past few seasons for Jordan Walsh here, and his head coach is taking notice of that. Joe Mazzulla had this to say on Walsh's performance. He said, you have to have that type of urgency, especially for a young player. And it's hard to teach that. It's hard to simulate that. It's hard to do that. But he's turned it on. And he has that sense of urgency as if he's playing like his basketball life is on the line. And he should play that way. And it's a credit to him. I'm serious, guys. Like, Joe Mazzulla says that, but there's truth to it. Jordan Walsh's basketball career is on the line. If he doesn't get anything going with the Celtics in this season, then you know what? There's going to be many, other teams clamoring for Jordan Walsh's services. He hasn't really played in his NBA career to this point. Now he's getting the opportunity. And according to Jaylen Brown, he's getting rewarded because of it. JB said he's getting rewarded because he plays hard. And that really does stick. Like, that is not something that we can just, take with a grain of salt. Like, playing hard in this league is going to get guys paid. We're going to talk about Hugo Gonzalez, who everything that he embodies is just playing hard. And because Jordan Walsh is embodying that same type of mentality, I think we're going to see more of him in the Boston Celtics rotation moving forward here, because of not only just the hustle and the effort and stuff like that. Like that, a lot of guys can go out there and make that type of effort. Not everybody chooses to, but a lot of guys can go out there and do that. Jordan Walsh does have legitimate skills to his game. Joe Mazzulla praised the on-ball defense that Jordan Walsh had on Paolo Banchero, one of the most talented offensive players in this league. Super strong, can get his shot from anywhere, can get to the rack as well. But Jordan Walsh had him in a straitjacket. He also, Banchero did have, 26, 28 points in this game, but it was in the fourth quarter where he was really locked up. And Walsh talked about the film study that he did and the preparation that he did in order to, play good defense on Paolo Banchero there. So this guy is putting in the work not only on the court, but off of the court as well. And Mazzulla noted that. He noted his work not only in the film room, but in the practice gym as well. He's in the Auerbach Center. He's putting more work in than anybody else this offseason. He's getting inspired by Jason Tatum and a couple of vets that he's been taught under. So he's doing it on both ends of the equation here. He likes it. His demeanor's never changed as well. Like I said, this guy's getting DMPs game after game after game, like 60 game stretches of never seeing the floor. But his demeanor has never changed. His work ethic has never changed, according to Joe Mazzulla, and that's what's going to earn him some more minutes. He said he's got to keep it up and got to keep playing like his life is on the line, because it is. Now, if you guys remember what the goal is for Boston this season, it's not to go out there and win a championship. I know that is the goal for every team every season. And these guys are hungry. They want to go out there and win a title. But I think Brad Stevens knows, the way that he constructed this roster, that yes, the championship is the goal, but is it the realistic goal? Probably not. The realistic goal for this season is to make sure everybody doesn't have any long-term injuries for 2026, 27, and beyond. But it's to find role players for that time frame. Jason Tatum makes $60 million. Jaylen Brown makes $60 million. Sooner or later, those guys are going to be making $140 million combined. So you have to find cost-controlled, cheap talent to surround them with. And Jordan Walsh is looking like one of those guys who could potentially be in that spot to back up JB and JT on the wing for the foreseeable future. Remember, he is only 21 years old. Still a lot of growth left in Jordan Walsh's game. What would you guys do if you're Brad Stevens? When next year rolls around, based on what we've seen, a very small sample size so far, I think it's really encouraging, though. Would you accept or decline the team option, $2.4 million on Jordan Walsh for next season? Then let me know down in the comment section. A for accept, D for decline. I want to hear from the Green Teamers out there. Next, we got to talk about Hugo Gonzalez, because we referenced him at the beginning of today's show. He was a plus 19 in 13 minutes against Orlando. We got to give praise to the rookie here. That's around the corner, though. First, I got to tell you guys about our sponsor on today's program. This episode is brought to you guys by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every single day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this basketball season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. Take it from me. I've been a customer of PrizePicks longer than they've even been a sponsor here at Chat Sports, because it's the best daily fantasy sports app in the game. All you guys got to do is pick a lineup of 2 to 6 players and just pick more or less on their projected stats. Take less than 60 seconds, super easy to do. And PrizePicks separates themselves because of the features that they offer, like stacks. So if you want to take multiple stat projections from the same player and put it in the same lineup, you can do so only on PrizePicks. It's also becoming a social event as well. You can follow your favorite celebrities, your favorite creators, or even myself on PrizePicks and copy their lineups and put it into your own using the new feed tab. My lineup for tonight's action around the globe, because we're going multiple sports. Yes, you can mix and match your favorite sports on PrizePicks. I got Luka Doncic, more than 18.5 rebounds plus assists. I got Jalen Hurts on Monday Night Football to get in the end zone. Push that tush. I got Romeo Doubs of the Packers, less than 53.5 receiving yards, and Saquon Barkley, more than 76.5 rushing yards as he gets his season on track. You can tail my picks or fade them. Just do it at PrizePicks. Download the app today and use the code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. All that information is clickable in the comment section and description of today's video. Plus 19 in 13 minutes. And you saw that he didn't even put up crazy numbers. He hit the only three-pointer that they attempted on the night. Really the only offensive look that he really had in his 13 minutes that he played. By the way, Jordan Walsh played that entire fourth quarter. Hugo Gonzalez played 7 of his 13 minutes in that fourth quarter. Closed the game for your Boston Celtics. Or I believe he started the fourth quarter. But Jordan Walsh definitely closed the game as well. Among rookies right now, Hugo Gonzalez is staking his claim as a guy who should be in the all-rookie team conversation. Yes, the numbers are not gaudy. That's probably what's going to keep him from an all-rookie team selection. But the advanced metrics, when you read in between the lines, it tells you that Hugo Gonzalez affects winning. He ranks 3rd among all rookies in the league so far this year in overall plus-minus. The only 2 ahead of him were drafted 2nd and 3rd overall, Dylan Harper and VJ Edgecombe. And Hugo Gonzalez actually ranks above those 2 guys in a even more important stat, in my opinion. Defensive rating. How much are you locking opponents down? What does your team do when you're on the floor defensively? Hugo Gonzalez has the highest, and it's by a lot. Nearly 4 points per 100 possessions Hugo Gonzalez has taken off the board compared to the 2nd best rookie in the league. I mean, this has to rank, I didn't check actually, I should check, but this has to rank among the best in the NBA for guys who have played over 100 minutes. Unbelievable. Green Teamers, we have done it again. We have a 19-year-old who's a straight hooper, who wants it. An absolute stick on the defensive end. He D'd up Paolo Banchero on a bunch of possessions as well. Like, Hugo Gonzalez wants it more than you. He's going to get the 50-50 ball that you want more than you. He's going to create turnovers. He's going to create fast break opportunities. He's going to play into what the Celtics want to do offensively this year, which is create havoc and move and run teams out of the gym. And he doesn't even have an offensive game. He's still super raw, super unpolished. Hugo Gonzalez has such a high defensive floor already. We're seeing him make impacts in fourth quarters of basketball games and directly correlate to wins in the right side of the column, the left side of the column, I should say. He has such a high defensive floor that, like, literally any offensive improvement, any polish with the basketball in his hands, shooting the basketball, anything on the offensive end should scare the NBA. Because I think Hugo Gonzalez is the next great Celtics defender, the next Marcus Smart, but I think he has so much of a higher offensive ceiling than Smart ever did. Scoring the basketball, playing within the flow of an offense, playmaking. He has all those tools at his disposal. Hasn't yet accomplished them yet because he's only 19 years old. And Celtics fans should be fired up about the future if Jordan Walsh and Hugo Gonzalez are going to continue to play the way that they've been playing these past few games. That will do it for today's show. Give me a follow over on Twitter at Tyler J. Smith. 2 H's because the name's common, but I am not. We'll talk more Celtics hoops over there, and we're going to continue talking Celtics hoops right here at Celtics Today. That's why you subscribe to the channel as well. YouTube.com/CelticsTV. We'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, let's go C's.